try to move it. Yeah, they tried to move it out of the fucking state or out of Minneapolis,
Well,
and they
the
said
judge
no.
wanted
We
to send them home
absolutely believe.
instead of
Huh?
letting them fucking
No, he said he was
do
gonna
their
send them
thing.
home if anybody mentioned this certain thing. Then he was gonna declare a mistrial, and
Oh.
nobody mentioned it, which is really no. He was gonna declare a mistrial, which means the trial's declared a mistrial, and they can try him again if they want, which is what they would have
Yeah,
probably done, is
yeah,
tried
yeah,
him again.
whatever.
But
Where?
the reason why he was able to be convicted is because they tried him by himself. The other four people, I don't know what's gonna happen because they're trying them all together, all four of them, and that's not a good thing for. Well, that's better for them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's better for them
Because
because
they
they
have
can get
to.
acquitted.
All four of them, they are being tried together. So it's all or nothing on all four of them together.
Yep.
And I don't like that. I just don't. I don't trust it. I don't like it.
I don't know what fucked up in the barracks here, but something is
That's
lit
why.
up.
And people, and also, my sister was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, she's like, "What do you mean you can't believe it?" I'm like, I honestly didn't think that the people back there had the fucking courage and strength to fucking do it, and I'm glad they finally did it and stood up, and the system did, and I even said to my sister out loud in the post, having been on both sides of fucking the judicial system, or every side of it, because I went to school to be a fucking investigative journalist, which is basically you're working with the media and shit,
Oh, don't tell me that motherfucker's
but
dead.
you're an investigator for the media, basically. And I started under a photojournalist because I like photos and whatever. And I just like finding the truth about shit, That's why I did investigative journalism.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know the truth about shit, and I want to be able to find the truth myself, not rely on some dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
There you're going balls deep on that bowl that's empty.
See, LeBron James. See, look at. Fuck LeBron James. He's posting tweets about this fatal shooting of the 16-year-old girl in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron James is opening his mouth, but now he deleted his post because he opened his knife before he realized the girl actually had a knife and she was trying to fucking slice this other fucking chick's head off. The cop got out of his car and shot the girl immediately, almost, because you could see right on his body cam as soon as he gets
The
out.
difference between that girl and one of my
She has a
ex
butcher
Carrie,
knife and she's like
is the bitch
300
stabbed a
pounds
bitch
and
16
about
fucking
to
times, and the only reason why she didn't stab her more is because the knife got stuck in the bitch's leg.
Exactly, see? And
That's why she only stabbed the bitch 16 times, but that's what the bitch went to prison for.
Are you kidding me? He was trying to cut her head off, like, literally, like, are you kidding me? Because he shot a couple times.
And that bitch the other day, she's bragging.
He was on paid leave. Someone else died. There was this other girl that was just shot that was 13 years old back there in the Midwest. This is all happening in the Midwest, Jay. All this shit. And
oh yeah.
Since
it turned
Floyd,
don't you know it's the Wild West down here right now. It's all kinds of crazy shit. It don't matter who you are.
Dude, it's fucking nuts. It makes me like think like I know like I've like thought about going back there, but like
why you think I don't go nowhere without a fucking gun?
My dad goes.
I got so many of them. I started calling them days of the week.
What?
I said, Dad, don't you know why I don't go nowhere without a fucking gun? I got so many of them. I started calling them days of the week.
I know because I believe you because my dad even said he goes, you know what?
I mean, they're all different calibers, but fuck, I just gotta have them.
If you come back here, knowing you, you being you better be prepared to
It
kill
ain't me being worried or
at
being
all
afraid about
times. And I'm like,
other minorities or
that's
anything
what I
like
asked
that.
my
Because I
dad. Like,
mean,
what do you mean? I
I'm
need a
white
gun.
and half fucking Indian, so Native American. So I mean, I'm not worried about shit. I'll go to any fucking neighborhood. I'm known to be in a black neighborhood. I mean, my neighborhood that I live in right now, at one point in time, it was an all-black neighborhood.
Dude,
Now it's all the above.
if you actually were to look up where I lived
I mean, there's more
when I
child
was in
molesters in
college.
this fucking neighborhood than fucking races. But I guarantee that one because they're all on the fucking, the web page that you pull up. There's like
Yeah,
15 of them around here.
Oh, that don't even have them all, bro, because they don't all
We don't have them
register.
all. It's all the ones that are registered in the neighborhood. And the fucked up thing is, you're
Right,
not
and
supposed to
there's a
be
lot
like
of
what,
them.
like 1,000 foot from a school. These
Yeah,
motherfuckers
there's
are
a
within like fucking 500 fucking feet of the fucking, well, probably like 200 foot of the school, and like 5 to 600 foot from the park, depending on what street they live on.
yeah.
And it's like crazy,
I
because
guess
ain't they supposed to
people
be like, if you're a pedophile, ain't you not
you
supposed to be,
lost your right to go to the fucking park when
any
you
kind of
be
near
child
any
molester.
fucking school? I know for sure you're not supposed to be around any kind of school. But ain't it supposed to be like parks included into that? Because, most people have fucking children and take their children to the fucking park because, they want to feed the ducks or the swans
Playgrounds
or the
and schools
playgrounds
and shit.
or take them fishing,
But
depending
you
on the
can't.
park,
But there's certain things like the
Because
ocean.
certain parks,
They can
they're
walk around.
different,
Just
depending on what
because you're a
state you're
child
in.
molester, it depends your rules and shit. Like, because there's child molesters, former child molesters that can get away with walking up and down the beach legally, and then there's some that if they get caught on the beach, they'll get taken straight to jail.
Yeah. But I think that's some of the areas you're in too, though, because I think there's certain loopholes in certain areas.
It
But
is. That's exactly what it is.
like other people have other guidelines. Like me personally, if you're true 100% known to be like a sex offender, like you fucked a little boy or a little girl or you touched them or whatever the fuck, you should be murdered. You should just be able to shoot that motherfucker in
Man,
the fucking head and get
that's
rid
the
of him,
one
instead
crime.
of
That's the
instead
one
of
crime
taking
that
care of that motherfucker in prison and then him getting out and supposedly being rehabilitated. He's
no.
living in his own
You're
car
not
or
rehabilitate
a
those
house
people.
or a
They're going to
trailer
jail
or
for
whatever
life.
the fuck,
At
and
the
then
very
he's out
least,
here
they go to
still
jail for life.
touching people because you don't know how many little boys or little girls is in his fucking basement,
Bro, you want to know what's fucked up? I'm going to tell you something.
Because I'm
When I
telling
was
you
in
now,
jail,
I mean, just because this neighborhood's, all these houses are getting better and all the property taxes are going up, because I've been noticing some of these houses have been getting bought and remodeled and shit like that, but because the hospital
yeah.
keeps getting new additions every time I turn around.
Well, that'll bring in
And,
money. That'll bring in more new stuff.
It doesn't mean one of these pedophiles living around here didn't renovate his fucking place that he's renting or owns or whatever the fuck, and he's got like, I don't know, 5 kids in a fucking basement that nobody
Hey,
knows about.
I
But
know,
little
listen,
Jimmy's all
dude.
missing, you know.
Hey, there's this dude.
He's not on the
When I
milk
was in
carton, he's
jail,
up on the local Walmart poster board.
dude, I gotta tell you about this guy I was in jail with, Mark S. Peters. That's how well, I mean, when you're in jail with someone, that's how well you can remember their name. Because
Last
it
name
wasn't
like Peters,
federal.
you're gonna
It
remember.
wasn't federal. It wasn't federal because
How many people you
when
meet
it's
with a
federal,
last
you have
name
an
named
ID
Peters?
number or state. It wasn't state either because you have a state number. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was in prison. Anyways, this dude, I kept asking him like, well, what was he in there for? He was an older guy, and he had those bifocals, those Coke bottle thick Coke bifocals, and
I didn't say
he
you're in
was he
anything.
just looked like an old dude that like he's in his 60s and I mean maybe late 50s, but he looked like a child molester. And I asked him what he was in jail for, and he always told me he was in jail for drinking and driving, but he had no idea when he was gonna go home. And that just didn't make sense. So when finally
that
one
would
day
have
I
definitely
was
set
in
bells
there.
off.
He got out before me because he comes up one day. He goes, you know, he gets called down somewhere, and then he comes back and he goes, I'm like, what was that about? And he goes, they tell me I'm leaving. I'm like, what? I'm like,
He
yeah.
got released.
He
Somebody bonded him out.
released in the next. No, not bonded. He got released on probation. I found out his
Oh,
probation.
his
Whatever.
lawyer came through for him then.
Well, they put him on probation, yeah. And the thing was, I found out
He went to go
he
talk
was
to his lawyer.
well, what he was in there for was not drinking and driving. He was in there because he told me when I got out.
I think you told me this
I
before. He
didn't
touched
ask
a little
him.
boy or a
Yeah.
little girl or something like that.
Yeah, he said when he was giving him a bath or something. But he staged this whole thing. He had all this glassware in his house, right? Like collective glassware, like vases and like tea, like china,
Figurines
fine
and
ass,
china and shit like that.
glass, like just the most expensive colored glasses you can get. And he would tell me about this glass is from China, this glass is from this part of the world, and this is rare, this is worth this, and dude, it was a fucking ton of money, probably $1 million in this house worth of glass, easily, and I know he had it set up because the court was going to take it from him. He had it set up that it was robbed. You know that? I think he had something set up to rob it. And yeah, I'm pretty damn sure. He told me his partner robbed it. Like, I'm like, how would you know it was your partner? You know, not a partner like that, his old business partner. And I know deep down, I know he was the one that set up the robbery with somebody. Didn't tell anybody because.
Oh yeah, it's like you getting furniture from like Aaron's or Rent-A-Center, and you know you decide you want to keep it, but you don't want to pay for it. So what you do is you send it like to your mom's or your buddies or whatever for like a couple months, and Aaron's comes over and you tell them, you know, like how your situation is with Katie right now. You tell them, hell yeah, that bitch took off with it, and since half of it's in her fucking name, she gets hit with it. It don't come back on you like you stole the furniture. She did. She just took off with the furniture or the TV or whatever the fuck you got from them. We used to do that all the time, man. Me and my friends used to get away with that shit all the time.
Well, that dude, I mean,
because we all had fucking houses and we'd all do it.
I don't even know. That guy used to take.
We'd even trade out furniture too.
He would take different pieces of glass and take them to different stores in the Milwaukee area and different areas and sell them. And I'm like, dude, why don't you put it in an auction? Those pieces, I'm looking at the book, how much they're worth. This piece is worth $40,000. Like, this is where during the recession, though, so everything was down in value. You know what I mean? But he was still selling stuff when I was helping him, and he was like.
I was about to say which one, this current one or the last one, but never mind.
No, the last one. The last one with the bush.
Oh my god, why is this taking fucking forever? Fuck this error bullshit. I hate how it's gotta do it 30 fucking times, and you have to smash the fucking X button like 100 times before it finally dismisses, and then comes back and then... Dick, yeah, an error again.
I always wonder if that dude just like
close the app, I think.
What the fuck what dude was, what it was that he liked, like why, what it was, dude, because I remember like for a while, like I wasn't supposed to drive, I was ordered not to drive for like 6 months, and he would drive me around anywhere I wanted to go, even in the middle of the ghetto, like sell dope, pick up dope, all kinds of shit. And dude, for a minute, I remember he was giving me he was just giving me money fucking to support my fucking habit. No, for real. Like,
sucker.
He was just paying for it like every day. You don't even
That's
know
what we call down here, sucker.
Yeah, but dude, he was giving me, dude, there were days he was giving, I was spending.
You had you a sugar daddy. You wasn't fucking him.
$1,000 a day on shit. Dude, I don't know how I didn't die.
You realize that, right?
Yeah, but I was just taking advantage. I never did nothing fucking to the guy or for him. It's a joke.
You never started no videos that you didn't know about.
Never did nothing, dude. I've had people give me money before that you would do, like, fucking most people that would give you money for that, you would expect something in
You're waiting
return,
for that
like,
motherfucker to whip something out on you, like, no, buddy, I don't need the money, I'm good.
Fucking cut his dick off. I say, it's not money, dude.
I'm not that motherfucker you picked up on the side of the road and you're just gonna whip your shit out on me.
What, is there a new map on zombies or no?
I don't know, man. I'm stuck on this dismiss error. I'm about to have to close this fucking app because it's not letting me do shit, but every time I get it to close, it pops back up.
What is my field of view on? Last chance challenges. Time's running out. Complete remaining season
Come
challenge
on.
master. To earn unique calling cards and XP. What about?
Oh my god, I'm about to close it.